This is Geek Public Radio. I am Topher. With me, as always, is Crazy Chris.
Hello.
You want to check out more that we do, check out geekpublicradio.com. And remember to like, subscribe, and join us for more. We're on YouTube. We're on Spreaker, iTunes, all of that fun stuff. Find us where you like to get your stuff.
Yeah. If you guys go get a podcast on some platform, we are there. So make sure you check us out. geekpublicradio.com is the easiest place to find us. Like Mr. Topher said, I'm Crazy Chris. We've got a cool show for you guys today, and we're going to talk about the thing that is all over Reddit. It's all over Twitter. It's all over Facebook. It's everywhere. And as a matter of fact, it is one of the oldest images in animation history. I'm talking, of course, about Steamboat Willie, just to make sure we don't get sued.
Well, no,
I know.
The funny thing is on YouTube. Here, before we get into like the whatever, people have tested it. You know, as most people on the planet know by now, Steamboat Willie has entered public domain as of January 1st.
Woohoo!
And as soon as that happened, happened, just like with Winnie the Pooh, their horror movies became announced, taking Steamboat Willie and turning it into a horror movie.
Which I'm totally okay with.
Yeah, no, I'm fine with it.
Yeah, it looks like crap, but it's going to be great.
Well, no, there's two of them. Like there was one that came back that does look like, you know, you can tell it's an indie film.
Right.
And then the other one, and then the other one, the artwork that they just announced, like the brand new one, the artwork looks amazing.
Okay.
I don't know whether or
I haven't
not
seen that one. I've seen the one
really.
that, like you said, clearly is an indie film, which, hey, if you need to throw together some shots and some stills, and I'm
well, no, it looks like they've already shot it. Like it was already done in production, like waiting for
Steamboat Willie to go up.
Yeah, no, because it has been announced for the last year or whatever that Steamboat Willie is going to end up in the. So like they did all of that leading up to and getting ready to put it out, and then the other one is getting ready to shoot this spring.
That's perfect.
And then but the artwork for the other one is like Steamboat Willie standing at the edge of a water with like a boat broken behind it. And he's like all bloodied and whatever, and his hands are like, ah.
I'm in. Yeah, you sold me at Broken Boat.
Yeah, so I mean, it looks awesome.
But yeah, like I said, all over the social medias, there's something that a lot of people are talking about. There are memes that are everywhere. Of course, my favorite one is Steamboat Willie on the deck of his ship, hands on the wheel, stating the obvious. That Jeffrey Epstein didn't kill himself.
I think my favorite was Luke Grukowski's new T-shirt. Like literally the day that it went, whatever. Like he released a T-shirt.
That's awesome.
That said, "Blank turns you gay" with Steamboat Willie. I'm not going to say what it is.
Yeah, I got you. I got you. That's phenomenal.
Yeah, that's what gave me.
It's just like the frogs. It's just like the frogs.
They're turning the frogs gay.
Which there's a whole story behind that, which makes me laugh anyway. If you guys don't know the actual history of that, you should actually look it up because honestly, it's definitely an interesting read.
I don't know how we always get on him.
I don't because he's hilarious. It's the thing.
I mean,
there are things that he has done. There's things that he's done that I don't agree with like, whatsoever.
Welcome to.
I'm like, welcome to God, dude. What are you doing?
Welcome to 2024 with him being back.
Right? Holy crap! Steamboat Willie goes public domain. The Epstein client list is getting out there. And Alex Jones is back on Twitter. What is happening?
Yeah.
It is a new year, man.
Like,
Let's do this.
He's back on major platforms too.
I saw that.
So like
back on X. Sorry.
Well, not just
sorry,
X.
Elon.
Well, not just X, but his show is moved in with Crowder.
Oh, he's on the Crowder platform. Okay.
Yeah.
God, I forgot that was a thing. 2023 was kind of wild.
Yeah.
Calendar Gate. Which what, dude? So, anyways. Steamboat, oh my God, I have an idea, and I'm not going to say it out loud. What if we, you know what, I'm going to say it out loud because I think it's great. What if we took Steamboat Willie on the conservative dad's calendar, the conservative dad beer calendar that they release, and all the conservatives are like, oh my God, demons. What if we just put Steamboat Willie in every post? I think that would be like there, and literally just the caption, there, I fixed it.
to kind of draw us back a little bit. The idea, right. But the idea that you can just now use it, something is still kind of tricky. Like there is tons of ways for Disney to come back and like squash all of this.
Right. And it's, to be clear, it is the difference between Steamboat Willie and Mickey Mouse. They are two separate IPs. They're sort of they are intertwined together.
Right, but
it is the same character, but Steamboat Willie is specific.
Well, it comes up on the screen Mickey Mouse as Steamboat Willie.
Correct.
And it is the black and white with the in the title card he has gloves, in the film he doesn't have gloves, and in the film it's a solid color on his pants, and then in the title card it's like they're striped pants.
Correct. It's utilizing thinking about it as an IP. Mickey Mouse is a person acting as a character.
Right.
The character is free game. The actor, in this case, I don't even know how that works,
even because
God,
it's an image, but because it's animation, because it's an image, that is public domain. However, because he's changed multiple times, because what you see in Steamboat Willie is not what you see in Fantasia.
Correct.
What you've seen there and what you've seen like in their later releases isn't even the same. So it is. There is some cause to say, yeah, this should be public domain, but because it's intrinsically tied to property that they do have, all Disney has to do is start putting Steamboat Willie in title card stuff on all of their products from now on,
right? And
claim it's a trademark for Disney,
right?
And trademark it as part of as claim of their because they trademark Mickey Mouse. They've trademarked the ears. How can you make a Steamboat Willie hat that differentiates from Mickey Mouse?
Right. You can't.
Right.
And they would hammer you for it.
Right.
Like the only way you could possibly do it is if some prognostication right on the front, it just says Steamboat Willie, like the biggest, but like all the way through the ears.
Right, but it's still
the
two black circle ears.
Yeah.
On a black hat.
Like gray over the outside. You'd have to do something.
Right, but then it gets into like, okay, we're treading in the line of, okay, this is an iconic figure that's gone through some changes. The first iteration
Disney just needs to go away. Can Disney just go away? Because I feel like they're responsible for some of the worst things ever.
Well, the funny thing is like Disney's response to this whole thing was that they are emphasizing that they are going to safeguard their rights that remaining what they have left. Unauthorized use of Mickey.
Layman's explanation of legalese for everybody who might be like, what does that mean? They will not hesitate to sue the Nikes out of you if you overstep.
Right. Which my favorite part of the whole thing was very mafioso kind of attitude they took was.
Can you do it in the Godfather voice?
I don't think I can.
You got the quote?
Well, no, because like they ended their whole section about how they're going to maintain all of that stuff with
right.
Be careful.
I get it. Be careful. Wait. Show us the sorcerer. Give us the name of the sorcerer. For anybody that knows, we appreciate you.
the saucier.
The saucier. Oh, we love that guy. He's so great. But be careful. We will protect our interests. We will make sure that we go to war for our property, and you cannot touch us. Not in New York, not on the Bronx, not in the Manhattan, or in the Florida Isles.
You kind of sound like it wasn't the Godfather that you sounded like. It sounded more like maybe Fauci.
Oh, yeah, a little bit. My God, speaking of terrible movies. Oh wait, that was real.
but no, so the guys, the movies that have come out, like the first one that was announced, and then the second one was announced. Like this is going to be those test things of how far Disney's going to go to squash this. Because this is the first time in American history, in the sense that something that is so iconic has entered the public domain. That something that still has cultural, I don't want to say maybe it's cultural significance.
That's fair.
I'm trying
not to laugh. Keep going.
That has, you're looking at 100 plus years of all of this stuff. And now 100 years of Mickey Mouse.
I just have now thanks to you,
Okay.
I have this image of Anthony Fauci wearing Mickey Mouse ears. Go, we will fight them on the shores. They will all wear masks. We will make sure that you got to take 47 vaccinations. And if you don't, you shouldn't watch Disney product. We will take away Loki and Thor and the Marvels. Are they called the Marvels? The Marvels. We'll take the Marvels.
Well, no, that kind of goes back to it because you were talking about, well, they can't sue everybody.
Which I firmly believe that. But at the same time, this is not me advocating for people to cross the line. Just be careful. Guys.
You can't put anything up that even says low key in like LOWKEY without it being pulled out of.
And that's why.
You can't mention Loki. You can't mention Thor. So, like I said, I think I said before we got on, it was like, if indigenous people can come out and say my culture is not a costume,
right?
I think Scandinavians and those of Viking
Nordic descent
should be able to say my culture is not a comic book,
which is fair.
So that should vacate anything that was built on a religious background,
right? So. Pretty much every movie ever created that has any type of moral.
Well, no, like you're literally taking Norse gods and turning them into comic books.
Right. I mean, I'm sure there's a Jesus comic book somewhere.
Well, I mean, yeah, but that's normally written by Christians. Is
it though? I mean, we might be using that term a little loosely.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't see Ganesh running down the street in a comic book.
Wow. There's a reference to that's Hindu, right? Hindi?
Yeah.
Is it
Hindu?
Is it Hindu? Okay. And they speak Hindi.
Yeah.
Which is weird because their language is named after their religion, not after their country.
Because the country came later.
Yeah. Thanks, Britain.
But no,
and I mean that in the most hilarious, oh my God, was there ever anything they didn't touch way possible.
Right.
Or steal.
Right.
Up to and including all of our culture.
But but no, like I said, you don't see like in a comic book setting, you don't see Ganesh running. Now people are going to be like, oh no, like an episode or an issue, yada yada.
Oh yeah, book. Please do show us in the comments down below.
We're like Kali
watching this on YouTube
with her 6 arms or.
Well, first of all, that's actually been done a lot because she shows up as Ashura.
Well, having the multiple arms doesn't mean that because you can like say Goro would be.
Well, isn't it though? Wasn't that the direct? Wasn't that like Ed Tobias said that it was directly referenced to that?
I have no idea.
Yeah, it was. Anyways,
but now like American Gods, because they're dealing with gods,
right?
You had
Ganesh.
Shiva and Ganesh and all of those things.
Ra. It had all. Yeah, it had all of them. I think the only one they didn't touch. They didn't have Christianity. They didn't have the Christian.
Yeah, no, like they had 40 million Jesuses because every time that a new thing spun off, there was a new person, a new god was born. So that was the joke with Esther. That she partied with whatever. Like if you watch the series, the series is funny because you have all of these Jesuses hanging around with Easter.
Oh,
and. They're all having a good time, and then something happens, and like you splatter like a whole bunch of them.
What is the show? Okay, I'm glad I didn't watch it because it sounds ridiculous.
No, it's actually if you get past some of the preachy stuff that got put in there, and even Neil Gaiman had issues with some of the stuff that they portrayed.
Yeah, that was on Stars, right?
Yeah, it was still like I said. I love American Gods, the book. I love Ananasi Boys. Yeah. I love those books, but they were talking about
that does kind of bring up a really good point, though.
If you believe in something, belief brings about the thing. That's why in American Gods they're fighting the new gods, which would be the internet, one world government, the world, Mr. World, TV, like all of these things that people started putting their faith into. And
fast food.
Yeah, no, like there's like the internet is like.
The gluttony type thing.
No, he's like this little speed freak looking weirdo that's like, I'll just get rid of you.
Nice.
Like he is,
so it's canceling people.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, cool. Awesome. I like it.
So
funny concept. Anyways.
But so you have like the fight between the old beliefs and the new beliefs, and that's kind of what American Gods symbolizes.
Okay.
But that's not like a major market comic book.
Right.
That's not somebody going and saying you can no longer have references to Thor with his Mjolnir. Because that is a copyright that we own.
Which is absolutely, that's still insane to me. And that brings up a really good point. What court ruled that that's something that should be? Is it because it's a part of mythology?
Yes.
And it's not recognized as a world religion? That has to be the only thing, right?
Well, no, the problem is you have a company who had, at the time, unlimited funds.
Yeah. And losing money now.
Right.
Oh, how the mighty have fallen.
I
Maybe
mean,
stop preaching to people and just make cartoons. Okay, anyways.
well, even with that, like they're having the problem, which we'll cover on a later video, but
we'll do it all.
they're having issues with Ryan Reynolds
And Deadpool.
and Deadpool, because he's fighting them on the DEI that they're wanting. They're wanting to come in and change like the third act and remove stuff and this, that, and the other. And he's fighting him. He's been fired off of 5 other projects that he is future projects, and they're talking about removing him from the
He's old school comedy at the same time, though, and you're going to be very hard pressed. People forget where Ryan Reynolds comes from,
right.
and if you don't know, you guys should watch his early work because it is freaking raunchy.
Yeah, so if you're thinking about doing something out there that has to do with Steamboat Willie or any of because like Donald Duck and all of those, Minnie Mouse and all of those are coming out as well here soon. They will be in the public domain, and you better believe you're not going to be able. They're going to have this leak in the wall fixed well before that gets. And if it takes them testing the boundaries with throwing money around, I fully expect to see cease and desists and everything shut down.
In other words, be careful.
I'm Topher. This is Geek Public Radio. That's Crazy.
I'm Crazy Chris.
We'll see you guys later.
Take care.